Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tamika, Moultrie, REDinFamy, and today I'm here with Marcus from Need for Speed Rivals, and today we're going to talk more about the game, and I got a chance to play it, but he's going to explain a little bit more, right?
Yes, I will.
Tell us a little bit more about the title and everything.
Yeah, so Need for Speed Rivals is the first Need for Speed game that's going to hit next generation consoles. Obviously now coming out in a little bit more than a month. Truly excited about that. And it is carrying some of the really what I believe next generation defining features. It is a game where you can play both as a cop and as a racer. You have full kind of career progression for them. But what you do in this game is not that you choose to play as a single player experience or a multiplayer experience. You rather have one Need for Speed world and you choose how to experience it. And what you played in there is really that seamlessness that you have when, okay, I'm playing some alone, then I see some other friends playing alone, and we can meet up and we can have a race together, or I can go after you and have a pursuit. Really is defining what I think a next generation experience will be. Kind of seamlessly move, dip into a multiplayer experience, go out, play some single player, and yeah, it's really, we talk about all drive, and we really call it that it's delivering the unexpected. No game session is ever the same.
With the Rivals attached to the title, can you explain a little bit more about that? Because I know with Most Wanted it was kind of similar, but this has even more.
Yeah, Rivalry, goes through the whole game. It kind of starts with the cop versus racers. I really like, I think a Need for Speed game really is with cops and racers. Either you chase or you're being chased. It creates such a good dynamic, right? Instead of just racing, this creates, almost that sandbox experience. But Rivalry goes much deeper than that, right? Rivalry goes deeper into you versus your friends. Everything in this game is kind of compared to your friends, presented through the layer of autolog, which is really Need for Speed's way of delivering asynchronous gameplay. And this time around, we're really presenting it, I think, in a much better way, more understandable for the gamer. But also, instead of just having the fastest race, the longest jump, this is also can go in and really compare snippets of your career and how fast you made those. Rivalry also goes into the kind of second screen experience that we're building for Rivals. We're building a Need for Speed network, which is basically a backbone and a home for the Need for Speed gamers, where you can check out your stats, your unlocks, but also your rivalry against all your friends. Who owns most of all the different collectibles on the map? Who has the fastest race on a specific road? If you're faster than me, I can go into my iPad and I can add that to a playlist. And next time I go in and play on my console, that gets highlighted. This is your playlist that you want to play. In addition to that, Need for Speed Network has something called Overwatch, which is a way for you to actually engage in the gameplay experience that people have in front of the TV.
Yeah, because I seen you could kind of like, one of the devs was saying you could kind of like cheat a little bit, and if you wanted to drop, I guess, some spikes or a helicopter if you wanted to help out, or if you even wanted to help your team a little bit, I guess if you're playing as the cops anyway, and give some little help and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty neat for the app.
Yeah, I think that's cool because it's you can always engage with this, right? You can be on the tube, or I don't know if you have a signal in New York on the tube. We have in Stockholm. So if I'm on the tube on my way back home, I can go through that. I can add some playlists to my what I want to play when I get home. But I can also look at and I can see that you're playing the game. And I'm like, I can see that you're trying to beat one of my records, and I'm like, all right, highlight you, call in a helicopter, put on some spike strips to try to hinder you, or I could be, the friendly guy that gives you some more boost when you need some more boost. So, but it really is a really cool way of using the second screen, I think, and really make it meaningful because you're actually affecting people playing at home. Exactly. From being on the road.
Yeah, because I mean, you could just drop in on someone, and if you're a cop, you could just go ahead and pursue them. So there's different type of, I guess, cops. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so we obviously focused on talking about cops here today, and there's really different flavors of the cop experience that you could have. You can have a patrol, you can have an enforcer, which you can hear by the name is kind of like boom, pushing people off the road more. And you can have an undercover version of that as well, which is basically undercover cars, so you can mix more with racers and kind of sneak up on them more. And it really, that is just to play to different player styles and how they want to play the game, or mix and match and really how you feel that day perhaps.
Yeah, because that's the one that I had favorite was the cops, because I get to just smash into people, and then I'm even able to use some I guess weapons, right? So you could explain that to us. Yeah,
part of being in this world is obviously driving fast. The racers are kind of taking over Redwood County, and the cops are trying to clean it out. Each faction has their pursuit tech, as we call them, right? Kind of modern or slightly kind of in the future weapons, like EMP boosts and EMP mines, jammers. More traditional weapons like spike strips or you call it a helicopter. So there's a range of these weapons, and really the goal with that is not only to let's put some pursuit tech in there. It really is to make sure that we have what we call the rock paper scissors kind of a balance of that. You do something, I do something, you do something, and it's kind of like who's going to win. At the same time as you're going 200 miles per hour, it becomes really interesting to kind of juggle all that pursuit tech at the same time.
Okay, so I've seen even when I was pursuing someone as a cop, they was able to kind of counter it. So the racers actually have something to counter what I have, right?
Yeah, they do. So that's what I mean with you can potentially try to take someone out with an EMP blast, but he could have a jammer to cancel that out, or he could have the racer could have a shockwave. So as you call in a roadblock, he uses a shockwave to push those cars out of the way and drive through. So that together with that seamlessness of people coming in and out is creating a world which is just more dynamic and more variable than everything anything we've done in Need for Speed before.
When is the game actually coming out?
So it's coming out on the next-gen consoles are coming out on the 22nd of November. And
okay, so it's going to be a launch. It's going to be around launch. How many cars are going to be available on launch?
So there'll be some 50 plus cars. Okay. There's still some licensing issues with some of the last ones, but we'll get those resolved. So you got 54 whatever cars, and it's all kind of the aspirational supercars of this world, right? And we have Ferrari back for the first time in many years for Need for Speed.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really like, okay, we make a game about supercars and we don't have Ferrari. It's like, yeah. So now Ferrari's back, and it's cool.
I'm glad it's back. But guys, Need for Speed Rivals, it's off the hook. That's all I have to say. I'm excited for the game. Get the next gen consoles that's coming out. I'm with Marcus. He showed us something very phenomenal. So check it out when it does come out. And once again, I'm Tamika, also known as REDinFamy. And I'll see you guys later.